What's going on there, YouTube? It's your buddy Will from the What's Up in the Sky 37 channel, or online at www.whatsupinthesky.com, where we host some of the best anomaly videos from Mars, Moon, you name it, it's got it. Today we're talking a little space news. Tonight, it's the first total lunar eclipse of 2014, the complete Skywatcher's Guide, brought to you by Space.com. It's a great article here. It's going to be linked below, basically saying if anybody's on the, wait till you see the picture here, who's going to have it. It looks like the weather here in the eastern part of the United States. I'm right here on this little dot from my friends around the world. Um, it looks like Europe and stuff's not gonna be able to see this one, but anywhere in North America you should be able to see it, at least partially see it. South America, some down here, you're gonna be able to see a little bit of it. So um, starting tonight, I think it's at 12 something. Let's see. Let's get a good look here. Okay, starting at 2. Okay, it begins at 2 a.m. EDT. It should last about 3.5 hours. That's when I guess the actual thing moves in. Where are we here? Okay, stage 1. At 5, this is going to be tonight, so Tuesday morning, the wee morning of Tuesday at 12:53 a.m. the moon enters the penumbra. The shadow of the cone of the earth has two parts, a dark inner umbra surrounded by a lighter penumbra. The penumbra of the pale outer portion of the earth's shadow. Although the eclipse begins officially at this moment, this is in essence an academic event. You won't see anything unusual happening to the moon, at least not just yet. Alright, so basically let's tell you stage 2 at 1:39, this is where I start going out. And that's just where I tell you guys to go out. Stage 2, the shadow begins to appear. Basically, you'll start seeing the shadow come across the moon. At stage 3, the moon enters umbra. Now the moon crosses into the Earth's dark central shadow called the umbra. A small dark scallop will begin to appear on the moon's left-hand eastern limb. The partial phases of the eclipse begins. Pace quickens and the change is dramatic. The umbra is much darker than the penumbra and fairly sharp-edged. As the minute passes, the dark shadow appears to slowly creep across the moon's surface. At first, the moon limb may be seen to vanish completely inside the umbra. But much later, as it moves into it deeper, you'll probably notice it glowing dimly orange, red, or brown. Notice that the edge of the Earth's shadow projected on the moon is curved. Here is visible the evidence that Earth is a sphere, as deducted by Aristotle from the lunar eclipses he observed in the 4th century BC. It is this point the deep shadows of brilliant moonlit night begin to fade away. Blood moon, that's what we've got here, is a blood moon. Alright, so here's the stages of it, if you understand that. Okay, timeline for 12 stages of the eclipse. Stage 4, we're at 73 or 75% coverage. That's at 2:49 a.m. So basically that's Eastern Standard Time. And then less than 5 minutes of totality starts at 3:01 a.m. So several minutes before and after totality, the contrast between the remaining pale yellow, silver, and ruddy brown coloration spread over the rest of the moon's disk. This may be produced a beautiful phenomenon known as the Japanese lantern effect. Alright, so then at 3:06, the total eclipse begins. When as the last moon enters the umbra, the total eclipse begins. No one knows how the moon will appear during totality. Some eclipses show a dark gray black that the moon nearly vanishes from view. The moon can glow a bright orange during other eclipses. So it's going to be interesting either way. It's looking like we're not going to be seeing it great on the East Coast. That doesn't mean you don't get up and go look at it. Let's see, at 3:46 a.m., middle of totality, the moon will shine anywhere from, wow, 10,000 to 100,000 times fainter than it just did a couple hours ago. So it's going to be really dark. And observers away from bright city lights will notice a much greater number of stars were visible than earlier in the night. We're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere for being where I am in Maryland. So I'm hoping that we get through it and we can actually see it here. Total eclipse ends at 4:24 a.m. So it looks like you're going to have a good night if you're going out. Bring your, like I said, I've got some my telescope, which I'm going to try and bring out with me. Hopefully it's not too cold. It's been great weather here. It is going to get a little bit colder tonight here on the East Coast. But let's go back and show you just show you one more time that map. And then I'm also going to link this below. Hopefully you can make it out and see the first blood moon. And also today there's something cool going on. They're about to blast off. SpaceX has, it's a private company. They're shooting their rocket off. It's a Falcon 9 leaving out of Cape Canaveral today. They're going to deliver a payload up to the ISS. So just I know they've got 12 of them. I think this is their third go round at it, and that's pretty awesome because you know what? Spaceflight is hitting the actual market where the entrepreneur is going to be able to take some of this over and get it out of the government's hands. So we're still flying out of the government, you know, as much as possible. Hopefully, there's going to be some big time, like Branson type guys coming out with some big money and some big ideas. I know there's what is it over at Bigelow Aerospace. There's a lot of people out there working hard, trying to get their systems to go. So anyway, tonight it's a great day for space, and like I said, space.com always follows all this stuff. I like watching their. Like I said, they got good videos. There's a video on this too. If you want to go over there and watch it, check the description below. Much love. Have a great night. Peace.